Thanks for staying with us. Officials of two federal agencies yesterday engaged in fisticuffs over the custody of the suspended CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele. The fight occurred at the Federal High Court in Ikoyi, Lagos, where Mr. Emefiele earlier appeared before the judge and was granted bail. Armed operatives of the State Security Service and those of the Nigeria Correctional Service fought within the court premises with their hands over who would take custody of the suspended bank chief. While the prison officials argued that Mr. Emefiele should be in their custody pending when he meets his bail condition, the SSS officials said they had a separate court order to rearrest him, whether or not he meets the bail conditions. What are your thoughts on this? Join the conversation by calling us on 0810-764-1679, or you can call us on 090-241-63440. It was a very embarrassing situation because watching the video, I was wondering, like, are we not all on the same team? Then you would think about the international scenarios where a few of, like, there's been interagency clash, but not in the level of physical fighting over a person. I would like to start with Mariam.
Okay.
Because I know that you were in the proper way. When you saw this video, what was your thought?
Well, you know, this is not our first experience. We've seen it when I think it was the pensions guy who looted our money and back and forth to in court. So it's looking like we don't understand or respect the judiciary. And, you know, and if agencies like that do not have respect for the law, then how do you expect people, regular Nigerians, to have any respect for the law? I don't get it. If he's been granted a bail, if he's been granted bail right there in court, and DSS was there when he was granted bail, was it that they came with a second court injunction right there and then? Okay, I guess they're both, they're both respecting the law. It just really looked bad. I mean, there has to be a more civil way to have this conversation, more civil way to discuss this. There can even be a behind closed doors fisticuffs, I don't care, you know, where you're demanding and insisting this person goes with us or it goes with anybody, and then your lawyers will work it out behind the scenes. But right there, in front of the whole world, you're fighting each other, dragging. Look at that man that he pulled his shirt open. How unprofessional. I mean, I don't know if it's embarrassing or funny. It's just a combination of everything. And it's just our way, because we have done this one too many times, actually, and you would expect that there will be change in the way that we conduct ourselves or carry ourselves, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be any change anytime soon.
Okay, I know you watched the video. You were laughing even during the break, watching it again. While some people would laugh at it, the point is, it's highlighting a weakness in our system. It sends the message like we don't follow the rule of law. And it also speaks of like agency rivalry kind of stuff. But which of these did you feel played out yesterday in court?
The first text I got about it was show of shame. And to me, that's what it was just a show of shame. The DSS and the prison, you see, I'm not a fan of Emefiele. And his policy destroyed a lot of businesses. Even my own business has not fully recovered from that rubbish he did in December. But that doesn't mean that I will watch something so bad happen and I will think it's good for him. I can't do that. I can, because anybody more. It is who it will meet that you will know that this same Emefiele, when they gave him court order to put money down, him and Buhari, they did some magic at that time. They said, okay, they will only release 200 naira. Can only use the old 200 naira. So banks did not have the 200 naira. They disobeyed the court of law. And that is my own fear. Do we have courts? Do we have courts? What is happening? They are just discarding the courts. They are making the courts look like toothless bulldogs. Why will you do that? Because you could have brought, if you will know that the court is going to ask them to go now, you will know. I'll give him bail. So you will have your injunction ready. I'll be your court order. Please come, we are arresting you again for another charge. You didn't have that. You now started to fight.
They said they had it.
Tear shirts.
They said they had it.
We didn't see it. We didn't see any video saying it. They have not posted it. No paper has reported it.
That they got another court.
So yeah, well, the video showing is the video of the drama that happened outside the court as the DSS officials were having fisticuff with it wasn't really a fisticuff. It was more like just like they were.
It's not fisticuff. What else is
if
left?
Your two children should fight that kind of fight,
is it not?
You will not beat them.
Beating.
So
you will beat them now.
Uniforms apart.
So these are our president's children.
Well, why can't
You're
the
supposed to
person
call
that
them
can
now and
beat-
start to slap them.
the person that can
What kind
beat,
of misbehavior is that?
The only person that can caution, the only person that we can all run to when we feel like we've been disenfranchised or we are being overwhelmed is the court.
Well,
That's where we will go to now.
better not meet
And
the
this
DSS
is, and it is in front of the court that this is happening. What were your initial thoughts?
Taking it from where you stopped, the court, I feel like it's important to know which guiding body is like a guideline as a nation. If you say the court, we see over and over again that even when they say A, the people that the judgment was passed to would say B or would do B. And at the end of the day, I'm like, so I reached out to a friend of mine whose dad was a former prison head. And I said, what's the process like? Because, you know, upon seeing this DSS and police, I began to question who actually has the right to take Emefiele away. And he said that initially there was something called Black Maria, where we see that black vans would always just take prisoners and all that, but we don't see that anymore. We see it as green, they call it now Green Marias. And even though the court said that the correctional facility should take him, they still ended up fighting like that. And you know, I was careful to watch the video because my son was around. I'm sure you'll start asking, Mommy, who are these fighting? You know, it became so embarrassing for me. I had to just put it off. And I think that what we're playing with as a nation is not playing with us. Because for the younger generation, like me, I see these things. And, you know, there are countless of my friends also that see these things. And I'm like, which way forward, Nigeria?
You know what? Okay.
Let me take this call. Akeju has called in. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, let me congratulate myself for the first time getting you for the
Oh,
past
welcome to the show.
Congratulations.
for the past 10 years, I've been trying to call this
Oh, we're happy
We're
to.
not connecting. Yeah. You see, what the drama that happened yesterday at the court yesterday, I think in Nigeria, we don't respect the rule of law. Yes. We know, Emefiele have fucked up in big time. We know what he put Nigeria into. But that doesn't mean a separate court has given injunction that, okay, this guy should be released and be taken to a correction center. Why will DSS act as if they are God in the court of premises there? Imagine a DSS member trying to rubbish another officer to the extent that they even saw the president uniform. That is very wrong. At least they could have even separate this. Since the court have given their what's it called, judgment, you have to take this one first to that place. Maybe if you want to rearrange it, not take another court order. It's still possible. But must you rubbish our system of government, our democracy? The whole world are watching us. What they did yesterday, I was like, it's uncalled for. But may God help us in this country.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Akeju.
Amen. Because that's a very serious prayer that you pray, and may God help us. Because,
We're always praying.
I was saying before that by now, somebody from the presidency should have reacted. Because it's wrong. What is wrong is wrong. Are we going to be... Is this... Okay, should we just say, let's be settling our matter with hand now, since we're not respecting court again? We are not respecting the courts.
So what we'll do it, we'll analyze how to strengthen the judiciary, because we know that's like the last point of... That's where everybody should be able to get it should actually be the judiciary is where we should get justice from. They are the ones that should help us to uphold the law. And when we'll take a break now. When we return, would advise Nigerians and advise Nigeria on how we can strengthen the judiciary.